Thanks for having us again. We always love coming into the studio here and having a chat to your listeners and streaming it live on our Facebook page as well so everyone can get to listen in. So thank you for having me. I have something a little bit different to talk about to start off, and that is the South Australian Variety Bash. Now, we weren't quite sure if this was going to proceed this year because traditionally it's a car rally, a bash that goes through country South Australia through to New South Wales, and this year we're actually leaving. The launch point for it is from the South Australian Produce Market, so all the cars that are involved in the SA Variety Bash are going to be leaving from the SA Produce Market on the morning of August the 14th. And this year, because of COVID, they've had to change things around a little bit, but it's called the Fruit to the Vine, Paraka to Clare. And we're really excited to be hosting this event. The Variety is a great children's charity. They do amazing work. Lots of the Italian community involved in this event as well. George Belperio is the chair of SA Variety. So we're really honoured.
And also Mario Romaldi is involved and many others. So
exactly. So it's a great event. It's raising lots of funds for a children's charity, and we're excited that South Australian Produce Market is the first point on the Fruit to Vines SA Variety Bash. So on the morning of Saturday, the 14th of August, people can actually come down to the South Australian Produce Market and see the Variety Bash leave. So they get to see all the cars that have entered in. They can help them with their fundraising, great family day out, and also an opportunity to see inside the South Australian Produce Market because it's closed and normally public can't come into it. So have a look at the SA Variety Bash's Facebook page. We've also got it on the South Australian Produce Market Facebook page, but it could be a fun event to do if you're looking for something to do on the morning of the 14th of August.
You said early morning.
Yes, so I believe they're leaving, don't quote me on it, but around 8 o'clock in the morning, 7 o'clock or 8 o'clock in the morning. So the event runs from the 14th to the 21st of August. So all the people involved will leave from the produce market early in the morning on the 14th. But you can see all the cars in the one place. You can watch them parade out, and it's just a really great event.
So on the Facebook page of Variety and of SA Produce Market, all details will be provided in the next days.
They're all on there. So we're really excited about that event.
And you have another initiative, very nice.
Yes, so we're quite excited. It's South Australian Citrus Season, which I've talked a lot about on this show, which is great. And last week, we actually had our brand ambassador, Callum Hahn. He was on page 3 of the Advertiser, and he was launching this campaign for us, and it's called the Citrus Selfie campaign. So we know there's plenty of produce coming in from the Riverland. There's lots of navel oranges, Cara oranges, mandarins, blood oranges. And to kind of highlight the South Australian citrus season, we're asking everyone to get involved and take a citrus selfie. Now, do you know what that is?
I can imagine, but let's explain to our listeners.
I'm intrigued.
Yes.
So what we're asking is grab an orange or a mandarin or a grapefruit or even try a lemon. That would be really interesting. And cut it into a wedge, chuck it in your mouth and take a selfie of it. Upload it to your social media.
Giovanna is ready.
I've got a mandarin.
Giovanna's got a mandarin ready to go. Upload it to your social media channels, hashtag citrus selfie and tag pick a local pick SA. And the campaign runs until the end of August, and our favourite photo is going to win a month's supply of oranges, not only for themselves but also for their sporting club that they choose as well. So it's a bit of fun. We're like, let's get some people involved, get some citrus happening on social media, and also give back to the sporting clubs as well. So this is the hottest giveaway we have ever done with Radio Italiana, like our pun there. So for the generous donation by Scalzi Produce at the South Australian Produce Market. So they've given us a 3-kilo box of Australian chilies. So chilies are grown in Queensland. They're all year round, and this is a great variety here. This is the red cayenne chili, which is a mild heat, yet a little bit sweet. So they're great. Everyone knows chili's great in Asian dishes and sauces and stir fries or as a garnish, but also Italians love to put them in their pasta.
Yes.
So there's plenty you can do with 3 kilograms of chilies, and so as always, we love to give the listeners a giveaway, and also our people that are watching on Facebook as well. So we've got this 3 kilo box today, and the first caller that calls in and tells us who donated this 3 kilo box of chilies is going to be able to take them home and cook up a storm or pickle them or make some pastas or share them with your neighbours. We just love to give them away. So if they call in, they can be the winner. Okay, so what's in season, what we're seeing on the floor of the South Australian produce market at the moment. As we spoke about the citrus selfie, there is plenty of Riverland citrus around. Try a blood orange. It'd be interesting to see you do a citrus selfie with a blood orange. That could look quite interesting.
Yes.
That juice looks very much like blood. So there's a challenge for someone. Do a citrus selfie with a blood orange. There's also plenty of pineapples around, the smooth leaf variety. So you will find pineapples in winter have a little bit higher acidity, but they're still a great fruit to have in your diet, and they're really good for your digestive health. So, you know, have some pineapple after your evening meal. It's a great option during winter. Kiwi fruits, both green and gold varieties, are in abundance and tasting fantastic at the moment. They're coming in from New Zealand, but great season for them at the moment. If you like passion fruits, we're seeing plenty of Panama and purple passion fruits on the floor at the produce markets at the moment. And we have also seen, I mean, I'm a bit of a fruit snob when it comes to strawberries because I think South Australia grows amazing strawberries. And I love when it's strawberry season here in South Australia. However, the season for South Australian growing doesn't start until about October, November. So if you're after some strawberries at the moment, the Queensland crop is being harvested at the moment and in great supply. So you'll find really good specials in your local, pick a say fruit and veg store. I've seen lots of them having punnets for 99 cents or 2 for $4. So have a look out for them. There's some great strawberries around. So plenty of fruit. I know it's harder to eat fruit in winter, but there is plenty of options around, and really important to be getting that vitamin C into our bodies during winter as well.
Yeah, and we have, yes, I was thinking that at the end of the day, we have fruit all over the year that we can choose. But winter is the vegetable season also.
Absolutely. We love our winter vegetables, roast, making soups out of vegetables, stir fries. So we were very fortunate. The Pick a Local, Pick a Say team headed out to see Frank Mussolino with Paul and Stephen at their Virginia farm where they grow cauliflowers and broccoli. And there are some premium cauliflowers being grown out at Virginia. We are very lucky in South Australia with the produce bowl that we have just on our doorstep, 40 minutes out of the city, and we got our boots muddy, and we were in the fields with the cauliflowers and took them home fresh, and they tasted amazing. So if you haven't picked up a cauliflower lately, pick one up. They're grown here locally from some great Italian families as well, so support our local growers.
So verdura chilometro zero e coltivate da italiani, quindi cosa volere di più, Giovanna?
Niente altro di più.
And from the Adelaide Hills, plenty of Brussels sprouts still coming through, both the red and green varieties. So they're great to add into your roast if you're doing a Sunday roast or just a weekly winter roast. Now, one thing that I looked at this week that doesn't get a lot of mention is the purple potatoes. Now, we all know, we see the white potatoes and we know them, but there is a variety of purple potatoes and they're in good supply at the moment. And they're packed with the antioxidant. Now, I don't know exactly how to pronounce it, but I think it's anthocyanin. So most blue purple foods will have this antioxidant. So your blueberries have it, your purple carrots
we become
have it.
younger.
Yes. So, and it's amazing how good they look. So if you're doing, having friends over, like mix it up and do some purple potato mash or put it on top of a pie or something like that. Try a purple potato. They're a really funky color. And they really add some variety to your weekly meal. So try that.
The gnocchi with the purple potatoes. I tried them.
That would look amazing.
Funky gnocchi
Funky
on our
gnocchi.
tables.
Yeah, I'd love to see someone try that. If you try some funky purple gnocchi, take a photo, put it on your social media and tag
We will
Pick a
launch
Local.
another
Absolutely. Now,
There's definitely recipes on the internet for them.
there you go. And asparagus is typically a spring vegetable, but we are starting to see some supply of that coming into the markets as well. And then the other thing is it's not really salad season because it's a bit too cold. So iceberg lettuce is a little bit shorter in supply, but there's still plenty of other gourmet lettuces, baby spinach, wild rocket around that's grown locally and still tasting really, really good. So I had a rocket salad for dinner last night. You can still enjoy those loose leaves during the winter as well, and they're great to get your greens into you. So yeah, so plenty of South Australian supply in the South Australian produce market. Your Pick a Local picker stores have been open during the COVID lockdown. That's one thing to remember when we go into lockdown, that your fruit and veg store is still going to be open. So you can still shop locally and head in there and pick up, plenty of fresh food. And, when we have, when it's cold, you don't want to go outside. So there's more time for cooking and using some of that fresh South Australian produce.